Mama Winnie in a grave, she's not at peace because the movement has committed itself to the races she gave her life trying to defeat. How can Winnie Mandela sleep peacefully when she knows that her government is in bed with the enemy? The ANC is working with the DA that tried to kill Winnie Mandela, the DA that killed Chris Hani, the DA that killed Steve Biko, the DA that killed Robert Sobukwe. For as long as those people are not held accountable, the EFF will never go into bed with the enemy. We will rather remain isolated, will rather remain excluded, but will stand on the side of the people and will stand on the side where Winnie Mandela stood until death. Comrades, the most critical thing facing all of us as a nation today is that South Africa does not have a budget. Nowhere in the history of the world has a country been able to operate without a budget. In other countries, the crisis we are in would have led to an early elections because without a budget, there is no government. The day the ANC passed a budget illegally, that is the day this government has collapsed. Without a budget, there can be no money to fight crime and gender-based violence. So the women and children of South Africa are in danger because there is no budget. Without a budget, there can be no allocation of money to schools for your children, for textbooks, for feeding schemes, and to eradicate pit toilet. South Africa, without a budget, there can be no allocation for money for clinics and hospitals, for nurses and doctors, and for critical medication to save lives. Comrades and fellow fighters, without a budget, there can be no salaries for public servants and employees of government, and there can be no funds to fix roads and collapsing infrastructure. Without a budget, there is no possibility to grow the economy and create jobs. We were told by the media and markets that they want the ANC and DA-GNU because this coalition with racists will stabilize the economy and create stability. It has been 3 months now, and this country led by the GNU does not have a budget. This is an illegitimate government. You cannot be a genuine government without a legitimate budget. There is no budget because the Minister of Finance has withdrawn the division of revenue bill and appropriations bill, meaning he has to create a new fiscal framework to introduce these bills again. That means there is no money allocated for anything in South Africa as we stand here today. Enoch Godongwana wrote a letter to the media this week saying he is reversing VAT increase, and this same week a group of fools started celebrating with the ANC and called a press conference celebrating that they stopped a VAT increase. They are lying. It was the EFF that stopped the VAT increase in South Africa. All of them lined up like children in front of an ANC banner and celebrated, not knowing that the crisis was only beginning. Now SARS says that those businesses who had already prepared their system for a VAT increase will have until the 15th of May to reverse it. This means that for 15 days, some business will have 15.5% VAT rate and others a 15% VAT rate. This is the chaos the ANC has created. How can we have two separate VAT in the same country? The other business for the next 15 days will get 15.5. Those who get this extra 0.5% increase for 15 days, how are they going to pay the interest on that money? Because if I had not paid that money to those businesses, it will be in my account and it will accumulate interest. It was MmusiMaimane, SongezoZibi, and HermanMashaba who sold our people out working with the ANC. We must know them for who they are. Comrades, let me tell you, in order for the VAT increase to be reversed, there needs to be a sitting of parliament to first deal with that illegal fiscal framework they voted for on the 2nd of April. These criminals, we told them that you cannot reverse VAT outside parliament. Before they passed VAT, the EFF went to tell them that what you are doing is illegal. They used their small majority to outvote the EFF. We took them to court and we presented superior logic in court. When they listened to our arguments, they then said they are reversing VAT. Minister cannot reverse VAT outside parliament. Minister has got no power to overrule parliament. They must come back to parliament with egg on their face and come and face their shame for not following the laws and the constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Comrades, no amount of grandstanding can take away the fact that this country, it is what it is because of the EFF. If there was no EFF, you'll be paying more VAT. If there was no EFF, there will be corruption everywhere without being challenged. We must be happy that the EFF of the people is holding them accountable. Comrades, we must know that everywhere else in the world today, the people want to crush South Africa because of what South Africa stands for. We must never allow that South Africa must be bullied by imperialist forces.